spend a lot of time looking at materials and production techniques just in general, and I'd come across this material which is being used for making seedlings, flower pots for seedlings, so that you don't have to have a separate container which you throw away when you plant the seedling. You just plant the seedling and then the pot biodegrades as the seedling grows. I thought it would be nice to just transfer the technology into the table. I think it's possible to make all kinds of products with it. It's a process which is very similar to casting melamine, which was used for all kinds of different applications, particularly. It's thermosetting plastic, thermoforming, so it's a pressing and heating, and you can make anything that you can do. You can adjust the biodegradability, and the big problem with biodegradable anything is deciding how long you're going to allow it to stay on there. And in tableware, I think that's a particularly big problem. One of the reasons where it's very difficult to do this kind of design is that customers are nervous of things that biodegrade, even though that's the benefit in the first place. So you're in a kind of catch-22 situation where you've got to make it last long enough for it to have some value, but you've got to make sure it disappears after it's broken. So I chose. I mean, the advantage of the materials is it biodegrades only in the context. Yeah, it dishwashes really well. I mean, we use it on a daily basis here for 3 or 4 years now. The glossiness of the initial finish goes after about 6 or 7 months. But it's still intact, it's still usable, and we've had no breakage. Resin, which binds together waste products either from the rice, bamboo or coconut industry. So in all of those 3 industries you get huge amounts of chaff or coconut shells, and that's made into a powder and used as a filler for the vial. Then it's moulded very much like any thermosetting plastic in a high temperature tool with several tons of pressure, and it pops out one piece every 30 seconds, right? So it's proper any kind of tableware, any kind of plant pot, any kind of vase. I mean, it's very similar in appearance and functionality to Bakelite, for instance, which was another thermosetting resin which they used a lot in the 20s and 30s, which they made radios, gear knobs, the instrument panels of cars, knife handles. There's a limit to the size of the presses, really, and the plastic comes out actually quite soft and floppy. So as you demold it, it has to be of a certain size, and the design has to take into account the fact that it can't be really molded flat. It has to have curves and simple ribs. Well, we're working in all kinds of materials that have got a degree of better practice in terms of sustainability. We've done a lot of work in bamboo recently through Artec, and some work in recycled paper and plastic from the finished paper industry, where we did a pavilion with the Shigeru band, for instance. So I'm always exploring materials that could be useful. It's a painful process because it's expensive and it takes a really long time. I mean, it took us almost a year to get the thing through the food safety test. And so it's we're limited partly by the funds that we've got to invest in developing these materials, but I'm always interested in